Hey everyone, it's Madeline. Thank you so much for being here to watch my video. I hope you guys are all doing wonderful. So today I'm just going to keep this video as short and sweet as possible. I will be doing a review and tutorial on the new release by NATASHA DENONA, which is her bronze palette. So NATASHA DENONA is pricey, but the quality of her products is outstanding. I splurged in the wintertime and I bought her Biba palette. So this is a bigger and pricier palette than the bronze palette. This retails for $68. This is $129. I bought it when it was 20% off though, while that sale was going on. And honestly, I would prefer for all of her palettes to be this size and this price because it still has very decent pan sizes. So this is what the palette looks like when you open it up. And the colors are just gorgeous. I could not resist purchasing this palette at all. If you watch my YouTube videos, you know how much I love neutral bronze, brown shades. And this just, it was a want. Okay, I'll admit that. Definitely didn't need it. But you know, I did use 500 points for $10 off though, which that still isn't even a good deal, but hey, at least I got $10 off on it. So I paid 58 bucks for this. Also, if you are a healthcare worker for the rest of the year at Sephora, if you show them your healthcare badge, then they will give you 10% off. Kind of lame though, because I could not mix that 10% off discount with the $10 off of my own points. So it's like, get it together, Sephora. But for comparison, this is my beat up Biba palette, and then this is the bronze palette next to each other. So here is the comparison. I do feel like this big palette is worth the price because all of the colors are very neutral and wearable. So that is why I decided to splurge on this one when I did. I do still recommend doing the 20% off sale at Sephora and waiting for that. But otherwise, this is not a bad size for the price. Do you guys like my bronze silky shirt for my bronze eyeshadow palette? So this is from Shein. If you guys missed it, oh, do you like my frog shorts? So if you guys missed it, this is from my Shein haul from this summer. So I will have that link down below, and I will actually also have a part 2 of that video because I did end up placing another order, not as big as that first haul, but I found some other great pieces of clothing that I love and really want to share with you guys. So stay tuned for that. I believe I will have that up as my next video. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get to the tutorial. All right. Also, if you guys want to see some beautiful swatches of this palette, go to NATASHA DENONA's Instagram page because she has this recent video that she posted of the most beautiful swatches in, I think, like direct sunlight. So I recommend watching that. I do not want to go through and dig my fingers in all of these because it's not like this was sent to me for free. So to start off, I am going to be taking this light tan shade in the corner. The shade is called Beach. I mean, this is just the most perfect summer palette. So I'm taking that on a big fluffy brush. I definitely should have washed my makeup brushes, but I've been slacking. Okay, all right, so just going to start by patting this all over my lid. It's like that eyeshadow just did the work for me. You definitely do not need much of this shade. A little goes a long way. I'm also buffing this underneath my eye. So the first thing that I noticed right off the bat is I feel like the color on my lid doesn't look exactly the same as the color in the pan. So this is what it looks like again in the pan, and this is what it looks like on my eye. So I don't know if you guys can notice that too, but I feel like it does come off a little bit deeper on the eye, which is fine. This is a beautiful base color, but just something to be noted. So let's go ahead and do this eye. So I was slightly hesitant with this eyeshadow palette. I was really excited to see it in person because I feel like some pictures that NATASHA DENONA was posting of it, the colors almost looked a little bit distorted, I guess you would say, from the camera and the lighting when the picture was taken. It almost looked like some of the shades were a little bit repetitive, but to see it with your own eyes in person, no shades look repetitive. They all look different in their own ways because the first palette that I purchased from her was actually the Sunset palette, and those shades, there are some that came off a little bit repetitive in person, not just in pictures. So I was nervous that same thing was going to happen with this palette, but it's not. Like, it is so Beautiful. Okay, back to it. Even though this is a matte eyeshadow, it is so buttery. Like, it's just blending itself out. It's pretty. So the next shade that I am really intrigued by is this tan, slight mustardy undertone shade, and the name of it is Ridge. Right there. So I am going to pop that in my crease, and this is just with a smaller blending brush. I'll zoom you guys in a little bit more now that I'm getting more into details. Okay, so I feel like that doesn't come off as mustardy yellow on the eye. It just makes it more golden, which I actually really like because I was not sure how that was gonna look in the crease. Okay, so this is the comparison with the shade Ridge blended out on this eye. So it's just kind of like it exploded the golden glow of the eyeshadow. I don't know, oh my gosh. Just gonna do it to the other eye really quick. So again, this shade is also blending beautifully. There's no patchiness whatsoever. This shade is really great for the crease because I feel like you can create a lot of dimension with it. You can build it up and make it look a little bit deeper, and then you can flare it out while you're blending it, and it brings out more of that yellowy tone to it. Not yellow, it definitely looks more golden, which I guess is yellow. I'm doing great. Making sure I have enough underneath my eyes. So I do love the packaging and the color of this eyeshadow palette, but it is so fingerprint prone. I mean, this is the first time I'm using it. I just thought I would mention that because some people are picky about that. I personally think that eyeshadow palettes are not meant to be kept clean. They are supposed to be used and be loved, but I mean, yeah, it's a little bit smudgy, and that was after I tried to wipe it off. So now with an even smaller blending brush, I want to go in with the shade Suntan. That's a lot of product just from one dip in there. So that just shows how buttery and awesome the shadow is. So I'm just gonna put this right in my crease. I'm gonna take my time with this shade and be very gentle because I do not want it to go above my crease at all. I want to be putting some depth in there now. I'm also just lightly blending that shade down a little bit. So now I'm just focusing on the outer part of my eye. Now I am just grabbing the previous blending brush that I used with the shade Ridge, and I'm just going to lightly make sure the edges of that shade is blended. So I'm not using any additional product for this step. I'm just lightly blending. Now I'm just blending that same shade Suntan on my other crease. Wow. Oh my gosh, I am loving these colors. Okay, so that is all that I am going to do with the matte shades, at least for now. I really want to dive into these beautiful glittery shades. I don't even know which one to choose. This is such a hard decision. I think my eyes just keep going to True Bronze, which is this one right here. I mean, oh my gosh, look at that. Look at the texture of it. I actually want to pat this all over my lids. I'm so used to either using these type of shades for a halo eye or just put them like in the center and do like a low-key cut crease. I just want to go for it and just slap it all over my eyelids. So just going in with my ring finger. Yes, please. Oh my gosh. That is stunning. I think I need to turn down my brightness a little bit. Oh, you guys can really see those colors. Oh my gosh. And this texture of this eyeshadow is so easy to work with. It's so smooth. I definitely love that all over my eyelid. Like, oh my goodness, can it just stay there forever? That first initial swipe on the lid is just heavenly. I'm in love with this. So now I want to add to this and lighten it up just a bit with the shade Silk right here. Oh my gosh. I feel like a great eyeshadow palette should make you feel like a little kid with a new set of crayons with the sharpener on the back. That is how it should make you feel. And that is exactly how this makes me feel. I am so excited to try this shade right here, Rhodium. I'm not using that for today's look. I want to keep it bronzed, but I'm just so excited for that. I love this deep dark color here. It almost just looks like a very, very deep brown. So I will just be using that dark shade with a flat brush here. I'm just going to kind of buff it on my lash line. Alright, so that is just what I was hoping it would do. Now I am actually done with the eyeshadow and I am going to move on to eyeliner, mascara, and lashes. The one and only thing that this eyeshadow palette doesn't have would be an inner corner highlight. I typically just use the highlight that I used on my cheekbones for the inner corner anyways, so that's not a break it factor for me. This palette still makes it for me. Okay, this is totally besides the point, but I used a different primer today. It's the Too Faced Primed and Poreless, and I used the Makeup Revolution Full Coverage Foundation or whatever, and my skin is so greasy. So if you don't want your skin to look like this, if you have oily skin, then watch my summer-proof, heat-proof outdoor wedding makeup tutorial that I uploaded last week. I will have that linked in the description box down below, because this is like a big no for me. I can't stand when my skin looks like this. So I am going in with my Sephora Black Liquid Liner, and I'm just going to keep this very close to my lash line. For my upper waterline, I finally found my ColourPop Cream Gel Liner. If you watched my last video, my cats were definitely, they got a hold of this and were playing with it and rolling it all around my room. So I randomly found it on my stair yesterday, so I was very happy to see this again. For mascara, I am using the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. I seriously just had to touch up with my Milani Conceal and Perfect mattifying powder because like my skin was so oily, and that's so bad. Like all I did was put on my foundation and start recording. So it's been like an hour having this on my face. For fake lashes, I'm going to be using Lily Lashes in the style Miami Light. Alright you guys, so this completes the look. I hope that you guys love this bronzy eyeshadow as much as I do. So off camera I did do an inner corner highlight with the highlight that I have on my cheekbone, which is from the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics Flash Palette, and it is this peachy golden shift mesmerized shade right there. And then on my lips, for lip liner, I have the Dose of Colors Dime, and for lipstick I have Doll Lips in FOMO. So this is a newer nude lipstick purchase and I love it. It is so nude. And for lip gloss, I'm wearing the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Peach Bellini. So my final thoughts on this palette is that I absolutely love it. I just cannot wait to use this again. I love the look that I was able to create with it today. Overall, I do think that this palette is just fabulous from Natasha Denona. I think it is fair priced. I think the size of it, along with the size of the actual pans of shadows, are fair for the price. So I am I'm really excited to continue to use this bronze palette. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed my tutorial and my review, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below to help my channel grow. Also, thank you all so much for helping me hit over 500 subscribers. That was such an awesome milestone to see. It just felt so good to finally be at 500. So thank you guys so very much for helping me get there. I'm so excited to see what other milestones that you guys help me hit. Thank you guys very much. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and let me know if you end up picking up this palette for yourself and how you like it. If you love some bronzed browns, neutral shades like I do, this palette is a must. It is so amazing. The quality is high tier. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!